What's up, guys? It's your boy Hollyleaf here, back again with another video, here to show you the best Warzone settings you could have in Season 3 for controller. Now, I only have controller settings because I'm personally a controller guy. I don't use keyboard and mouse. These settings will get you the best gameplay. You'll be able to move around quick, hit your shots, and perform better overall. Without any further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to want to change is your button layout. You're going to want to take that from default and put it on to tactical so you get that crouch, prone, and slide without having to move your finger off the joystick. This way you can easily just slide cancel so you can keep your sprint on. That's a good thing. Your stick layout, I keep that the same. Personally, your inverted vertical look, I don't do that. Dead zone, it's really up to you. If your controller drifts a lot the sticks, then you might want a higher dead zone. I personally have a 0.6. That's what I use. Now, horizontal and vertical stick sensitivity, you want these to be the same. So you want like a 4.4, a 5.5, or a 20.20 even. But if you keep a lower sensitivity, you'll be able to control the recoil better on some guns, like a CR56. I can control like a 7. A 7 is pretty manageable if you practice enough. But personally, a 4 or a 5, if you're a little bad at controlling recoil, 4. Go with 4. But if you're better, go with 5. And if you're going at it, go with like 6 or 7. Now the ADS Sensitive Multiplier, I put it at an 88, so it's about a 4 when you're aimed down sights using like irons or an ACOG. Using those kind of optics and sights, it's about a 4, so you're able to control it while aimed down. And then ADS Sensitivity Multiplier High Zoom, I just keep at 95. I like to look around a little more while I'm moving or while I'm sniping. Just kind of my thing. And response curve, I just do dynamic. Controller vibration, you want this off because otherwise I've dropped my controller because of controller vibration. It also just makes it a little harder to focus sometimes. Now, for weapons, you're going to want aim assist as either standard or disabled. I personally used disabled for a while, but then I switched back to standard, and I wasn't that disappointed. It's good, but I would suggest using focusing or precision because that means precision. You have to be really close to the target, and you just kind of want to shoot at people when you're there, and you know what you're shooting at. So one tip is aim at them with your hip fire right before your ADS. That way you get like a sticky aim. You're able to stick to it. Next is weapon mount activation. I just do ADS plus melee. That's the easiest for me. Then we got weapon mount movement exit enabled. You're going to want that. Mounting is really good if you're like in a window and you're shooting out with a CR56 or something with high recoil. You're going to want to mount. Next is aimed down sight behavior. Do hold. If you do toggle, it's going to be a little hard to remember. Equipment behavior, toggle, use/reload. You're going to want to do contextual tap. So you have to tap it to reload or like get in the helicopter and open the chest so you can loot faster and get to fighting quicker. Next, depleted ammo switch. You don't want that. You should know when to switch your gun when you're out of ammo. Armor point behavior. I apply 1, so if your teammates are fighting and you need to get back to the fight fast, but you're pointing up, just put on 2 and you can get back to that fight and be almost full health. Next, you're going to want your slide behavior tap, so you can slide cancel and be able to sprint, so you can go back into tactical sprint after sprinting. Next, auto move forward. You're going to want to disable that in case you're holding a door. Automatic sprint. It's really your choice. Automatic sprint is pretty good. I personally have been trying out automatic sprint. Automatic tack sprint can be a little iffy with some of the new guns, but if you're using a gun that aims down a lot, use the tactical sprint, like the MAC-10 with the Raider stock. That's a good one to use tactical sprint with, but it's really up to you. I've just been using automatic sprint. Vehicle camera recenter off. Parachute auto deploy off, so you can just go without your chute for the longest amount of time and pull it at the very end. Now for general, you're going to want your brightness at whatever is not visible, barely visible, and easy visible. Mine's 52. Safe area, well, yeah, that's custom to your screen. Film grade, I do film grade off. If you keep it off, then it's less like visual noise, so you can see easier. I don't know why I had that at a 0.5. Tool tips, I kind of have those on just because, I don't know why, I like it. It just feels a bit more homey. You can do subtitles. I personally see they get in the way and distract me too much. I speak English, so I'm going to use English colorblind type. Prototypia was really fun to use. It made things a little more orange, so that if you go to Prototypia and then like switch back to normal, it feels like really red and cool. So I'm going to throw in Prototypia. I do both. World motion blur, you're going to want this off, so if you're turning around, you can still see everything. Weapon motion blur, that needs to be off, so when you're turning around, you can still see everything. Minimap shape, you are going to want this square. It lets you see cars that you would not usually see turning around. It's really useful. The rotation, you're going to want that enabled, so you know where you're looking at all times. The direction, you want it letters, just so it's easier to see. You don't have to look at it that much. Text chat, you want that enabled. Well, you don't have to. I use it. All that good stuff. Then we're going to go to audio. I personally have been using Boost High. Home Theater is really good. Dynamic Home Theater. I haven't really tried that one, but Boost High works really well for me. Then for master volume, I go 95. That's just everything right there. And the music volume, I turned that off so I could hear in-game when stuff is happening. Dialogue volume, I have that pretty okay. So I'm going to throw that at 40. That's a good height for it. So if you hear one of the other operators yell something, you know. Effects volume, you want that at 100. That's footsteps and stuff, so you know where other players are. Next, you're going to want to do Juggernaut music. And Juggernaut music, it's up to you. I disable it because you can even hear it when you're outside of the Juggernaut and you don't want to do that. Hit marker sound effects, it's up to you. You can try none. I've done it for a while. It's pretty nice. But I honestly, with the sound of your gun, Modern Warfare just sounds the best. Mono audio, I do that disabled. And then, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. I thought I accidentally switched that. Voice chat, I keep that enabled in case I'm talking in game chat with my friends. Voice chat device, I just throw headset. Voice chat volume, you're going to want that really high so you can hear everyone talking. But you don't want it too high. You want it around kind of half or lower than half. Or just above half. Really around there is kind of good. It depends on how loud your teammates are. You want your recording threshold to be pretty low. So, because if you have it high, it won't pick up your mic sometimes. Or a lot of the times. And voice chat effects, you don't want this because then you won't be able to hear very well. Sometimes the audio is bad. War tracks, just a passenger. I keep that enabled just because they added the new 80s war tracks, and those are kind of my jam. So that's what we've got so far. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out my other videos as well. Drop a sub, hit the like, and see you next time. Bye.